What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moose Mouth Podcast, episode 43. Hope everybody's doing well. Friday night, episode 43. And here's Matthew. Boom! There's Matthew! Matthew, look at him. Oh, he's so sexy. You can't take your eyes off of Matthew.
Oh, man. How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
You're very quiet.
I'm quiet? Oh,
there's
hang
a
on.
pup.
Hang on, let's see here.
It's okay. There's a dog.
Am I still quiet? Can you hang on? Can you hear me or no?
No, I can't hear you at all.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my headphones. Hang on.
Okay.
Hi, Sam. All right. Let's see if I can get this to go quick enough here.
Dog! That's okay.
Is that better or no?
Better, yeah.
Okay. That's as best as I got. Welcome to technical difficulties with Ryan and Matt.
All right. You're like the quietest you've ever been in your life.
Uh-oh. That's so weird. I don't know what's happening.
It's Instagram. Nobody knows what's happening. It's erotic, and I like it.
We should start it over again, because what's the point of having all this? Nah.
I like it.
You like the technical difficulties? Can you hear me better now or no?
No, not at all.
Okay. Maybe you've just had too much to drink. My screen keeps going black. I don't know why.
Perfect. It's just,
Great.
It's everything anybody wants out of an Instagram Live. It's quiet, blackout.
It's quiet with no point of discussion for the evening, and screen blacking out, and just all the good stuff.
It's very erotic.
It's very nice. So is that red light behind you.
Yeah, I figured it's Halloween. Might as well get evil with it, you know.
That's funny.
Could be worse.
It could be. Oh, why does the stupid screen keep going black? It's annoying. That's going to annoy me. I'll tell you that right now.
Sounds like you're in Ethiopia, not in Vancouver. You went out tonight, right? I can't hear you.
You went out tonight, right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I may have had several intoxicating drinks.
I kind of wonder if that is what the technical difficulty is.
No, stop it. I can barely hear you.
That's so weird. I don't know why. But
I'm at full volume and you're at like a 3.
Damn, that sucks. Well, hopefully you can kind of hear me. Is it better if I take this out? Okay, so now it's back to this. Is this better or no?
A little bit, but it's basically the same.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave
it. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
The listeners can hear you, or they'd yell at us in the comments. They'd be like, "Hey, we can't hear you," and I'd be like, "Yeah, comments, yeah."
There's one person in here, and it's me.
Yeah, one person, yeah.
So basically, we've been on for 7 minutes, and all we've talked about is how nothing is working for us.
Perfect. It's what everybody is tuning in for. Welcome to Moose Mouth Media, where we can't hear you and you can't hear us.
That's too funny.
Everything's terrible.
Everything's
Yay!
terrible. Hello, Santiago Andreo Relana,
You gotcha.
and Hasty Can. Oh, my stupid screen went black.
What's up, Piano 88?
Oh, Piano 88. What are you talking about?
That's what we're calling you, Piano 88.
Oh, shit, son. What did you watch this week?
Buddy?
That was, it was okay. It was fine. How was yours?
Awful.
Yeah.
Everything's awful.
Right. That's never good.
Yeah. It's something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't open a big box that I got, but
you what?
I can open the big box on live.
What big box? What are you talking about?
Oh, you'll see a big box. Hold on.
Oh no. Is this going to be his first Lego set? Is that the Batmobile?
That's not a Batmobile, sir.
What's this? Oh snap! What did he do? Oh, is this
Hold
the
on.
spike? Oh, I know what this is. Oh, buddy.
This is making great podcast news /history.
There's nothing like an unboxing podcast. And apparently we inspire people too, right? Gagey McNarama, sorry if I screwed your name up, I definitely did, said people like you guys inspire me. You need to aim way higher. Oh shit, that's so sick.
There it is, sir.
Oh, buddy, that looks so fun.
The Lego project of all Lego projects.
How many pieces is that? Like over 2,000?
3,772.
Damn, son, that's crazy.
Just got it today, sirs.
That's awesome. When are you going to start live building that?
What's that?
When are you going to start live building that?
I don't know. I still haven't got the Batmobile. It's on indefinite delay because of shipment delays.
Of course.
So there's two options. I either start that build first and build that into like the Spider-Man movie, make that kind of a thing. I could do that.
That's a good idea. Probably take
and then start the Batmobile in like January, where I could do that towards the Batman movie.
That's
but then that leaves the Home Alone house, which I was going to plan on doing during Christmas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Into like March time. So
the thing is the Home Alone house is cool, so it's like it probably would work like if you did a live like building of the Lego Home Alone house. I feel like that would be pretty cool for people at any time of the year.
Yeah.
I think that would be
the idea.
The Daily Bugle too, though. I mean, I think you could do the Daily Bugle anytime and people would be into it. So, but I do like the idea of leading into No Way Home.
Sure. So I don't know if I can finish this build by the time No Way Home comes out, because apparently it's like a 12-hour build. So we'll see. If I only do it every Monday until No Way Home comes out, that's like, I don't know, 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
So I'd have to put in like an hour and a half every Monday until No Way Home to be able to get that done. I don't know if I can do it, but I was going to do the Batmobile first, but it's keeps getting delayed shipment wise. So I just have no time.
Batmobile going into Batman is fun though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I could just start that in like January-ish, because I think the Batman comes out in February. But yeah, the Batmobile keeps getting delayed shipment wise. It's on back order. So
I got a funny shirt to celebrate the Batman movie. Let me show you. pretty good.
I don't know what you're saying because I can barely hear you. Oh shit, son!
Raw bat.
Look at that.
Raw bat and bat.
That's gorgeous, son.
I got a bunch of cool nerd shirts this week.
Yeah, buddy, I like it. It's cool.
Hell yeah. So, what did you watch this week? Batty bats.
No, I watched Dune this week.
Oh yeah,
that was the big thing I watched this week was Dune, and I gotta say, Dune is one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Nice.
I really, really liked it. I really, really thought it was really, really well done, really well shot, really well acted, really well everything. And anybody that likes Star Wars or anything in the Star Wars universe, you're missing out hugely if you don't see Dune, because without spoiling anything within Dune, George Lucas ripped off literally everything out of Dune for Star Wars. And yeah, it's just a really cool movie. It's only obviously like the book is from I think it's 1965. I might be wrong on that year, but
I know it's old.
Yeah, it's very old. But apparently, like George Lucas admittedly like said, like he took a lot of inspiration from Dune for writing Star Wars. And yeah, after watching the movie, I'm like, yeah, it shows, man. You ripped off everything from Dune. Like, holy fuck, you ripped off the entire movie. So as soon as I finished watching the movie, I was like, I ordered the book. I downloaded the soundtrack for the movie from Hans Zimmer, and it's just awesome. Really, really well done. Really well. The whole movie, I was totally in on once I started watching it. So
cool, man.
Really recommend that. And let's see. I can't think of anything else I watched really that was that important.
Did you watch any Halloween shit this week? Like any scary
Not
movie?
really. I downloaded the new Purge movie. I haven't watched it yet though. And the new Paranormal Activity movie, still haven't watched it. That's going to be tomorrow night. What We Do in the Shadows season finale was yesterday. Really, really well done. So I recommend that.
Oh, nice, nice.
Other than that, there's not a whole lot. Like fucking. I can't think of names.
This is pretty much just our show every week.
Yeah. What did you watch this week? Because I can't think of anything.
I watched tonight. I watched The Dead Don't Die, I think is what it was called. It was like Bill Murray and Adam Driver. And it's like, I like zombie movie, I guess, kind of. Like it is a zombie movie, but it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Like it's like, I don't even know how to really describe it. The comedy's like not like obvious. It's not like jokes comedy. It's like awkward comedy kind of, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. They kind of reference like that they're in a movie sometimes. Like they're like, there's like a song that kind of keeps coming up, and it's called "The Dead Don't Die" or something like that, or whatever the show's called. Okay. And they're like driving in a police car. Adam Driver and Bill Murray play police officers, and they're driving, and they hear this song, and Bill Murray's like, "Why do I know this song?" And he's like, "Oh, it's the theme song." It's like, yeah, it's the theme song for the movie, right? And then it's like at one point something happens in the movie, and they're like, "That wasn't in the script, was it?" So yeah, it was good for a couple laughs. It wasn't like amazing, but it was whatever, I guess. It was
yeah.
But yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. If you're ever bored and want to laugh, you don't really like Bill Murray. See, I like Bill Murray, so yeah. I didn't really get a chance to watch a whole lot this week, though. I've been like pretty busy. So
apparently, Bill Murray's in Ant-Man 3.
I saw that. That would be interesting.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? I wonder who he'll play.
Stay out of my shit.
What if it's like Groundhog Day though? He never leaves.
I don't like Groundhog Day. Sorry, Bill Murray's not funny.
Yeah,
he's a dick in every movie he's in. He's just a dick.
That's like Jimmy Kimmel.
Cast me in movies. I can be a dick. No problem. I can be the asshole on the side of the movie that just says shit. I can do that. No problem.
King Dick.
Yeah, I'm great at that role. I can do that. Feed me 3 beers. Give me 10 grand. I can be in any movie ever.
3 beers and 10 grand. That's your.
That's my fee.
Oh shit! That's great.
Yeah, no, I saw that he was in Ant-Man 3, and then I saw that what was the other thing? Oh, that every villain in the history of time is in Spider-Man fucking No Way Home or whatever.
That's right, yeah. They confirmed that the guy who plays Sandman and Lizard and Jamie Foxx's Electro are joining in with Alfred Molina and
yeah.
Who's the other one? Oh, Green Goblin. Fuck. What's his name? Here we go. What up, BZ Sasquatch? Happy Halloween, dude.
Happy Halloween, buddy. Cheers. Yeah, no, doesn't matter what his name is. The real problem is there's like 9 villains in that movie.
Yeah, but you might need it if you're going to have 3 Spider-Mans, like we said. That's the only thing that I'm...
get it. 3 villains for each Spider-Man or 2 villains for each Spider-Man. I understand what the point is, but too many villains. They've already done this with too many fucking superhero movies where they throw everything and the kitchen sink into the movie, and it just doesn't work. And that's my biggest fear with this movie is everybody's going to use this as an opportunity to go, oh, this movie sucked. You put way too much into this movie and didn't get any of its time.
I think if it affects the story, then yes. But I don't feel like they've made us feel like that's going to happen. Like, there was more characters in Endgame, and like they handled those fine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a risk. It's a risk.
Sure. So that the Eternals.
Movie, I mean, we talked about this earlier in this week privately, but like the Eternals is getting pretty mediocre to bad reviews.
Yeah.
And I just don't want Spider-Man to come out and get bad reviews because it's just disappointing. It sucks.
Yeah,
I hate seeing that. I don't want any movie ever to get bad reviews.
I don't see Spider-Man doing poorly. I think Spider-Man's going to do well no matter what.
Yeah.
But I do question Eternals because it seems like it's pretty split. Like the thing is like it's not like it's getting horrible reviews. It's just getting horrible reviews for Marvel movies. Yeah. Marvel movies are always like 70%. Yeah, I think even under. I think there's like 60, 67 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's around 70%. Which isn't bad, but when you compare it to like the rest of the MCU, it's like, man, it's okay. It's there,
Yeah. BC Sasquatch says Deadpool should be in it, and that would be hilarious. I honestly feel like while they're hopping around timelines, we're going to see Deadpool at some point, even if it's just in the background doing something stupid. Like,
I totally agree.
Yeah, I think it's I think we're due for it, and I think they're going to acknowledge that he's in this world in movie form. I know they have in like with Korg, that short with Korg. And Shannon Will says, I'm excited to see Venom in the new Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I kind of read somewhere that they're expecting that he'll be in it for a little bit or something. So
I think 100% that Deadpool will be in one of these future movies without being announced.
Yes,
it'll just be like a guest star, surprise cameo type thing that will be like, totally random. And I could totally see them doing something crazy with Venom too, where they just bring him in at some point. He's, a cameo or a end credit scene where you don't expect him to be there. He shows up and it sets up the next thing or whatever. Like 1,000%. That's what the MCU is all about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the next setup. So yeah, that'll be cool. I am excited for Spider-Man for sure. I'm less excited for Eternals, especially after seeing like lukewarm kind of opening kind of comments. I'm just kind of like, that doesn't do it any favors in my mind. Like I'm not expecting it to be bad. I'm of the opposite. Like, I think pretty much everything Marvel MCU puts out is like pretty good.
Yeah.
To great. So like, I'm not worried about going and seeing a poor movie. I'm not excited for it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
amped. Like, I'll be counting down the days to see Spider-Man, but like Eternals,
Yeah.
like I'm not even, like
No,
I bought tickets.
I bought tickets for Eternals next Friday.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do the spoiler cast next Friday just so that we can get it done and over with.
Yeah. Yeah, because the next week I am away. I don't come back from New York until the Saturday. So if you want to do it Saturday, perfect. We could do it Saturday, but
yeah, whatever. We'll do like a 20-minute spoiler-free, beginning of the episode where we can talk about our impressions of the movie and everything like that, and then we'll jump into spoilers.
Yeah.
That'll be next week's episode, and then the following week I'll be alone and I'll just,
one of us should write
blast my nips on cam.
One of us should write spoilers on our forehead. That'd be good.
Yeah, sure. We do whatever we want. I mean, this podcast really, it's a free-for-all. We can do anything we want. Everything's free. And as long as we're not offending anybody, maybe I'll take my shirt off. You don't know.
You don't know. Who knows?
You don't know. It's a surprise. Hey, shocker. Ryan's showing his nips this episode.
Shock the world.
Yeah, exactly.
See, BC Sasquatch says fuck Eternals. See, he's not into it.
I'm not going to say fuck Eternals. I don't know enough about the Eternals to have a judgment on it. If the movie's good, great. If it's bad, if it's not good, then we'll say it's not good. Like, there's no point where I'm not paid by the Marvel universe. Like, if they're putting 10 grand in my pocket, I'd be like, yeah, go see the Eternals. Woo! But like, they're not putting any money in my pocket. I don't care how that movie does. It doesn't matter to me. If it's good, great. If it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going in neutral. So it's like, I don't know what to, I mean, anybody who knows how we are at this point, like, most likely know that like, I like universe building. So really all they need to do to make an impression on me is to reference the universe that we've been through so far. And I think they're going to do that. So I feel like it'll win on that level for me. And
totally. I think it will add to the universe.
Me too.
It will expand the MCU in some way or form.
Yeah. And I think they'll explain kind of some stuff that have happened so far, I think too. So
and it will set up what's coming next. And that's all I need.
Same here, dog.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for it, but like, Dune was awesome.
I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers. I'm gonna see it.
No, I'm gonna spoil it.
I was saying
it's long. It's almost 3 hours long. It's very good. It's only the first half of the first book, so don't expect it to be a conclusive story.
Nice.
It's very Star Wars-esque. George Lucas stole a ton from it, and it's a fun movie. I really, really liked it. Hans Zimmer has the soundtrack to it. It's really, really well done and well acted, well shot, beautifully fucking, casted and everything like that. I really, really dug it. I think it's it's one of my favorite movies of this year. So.
You dug Dune.
What's that?
You dug Dune.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll go see it soon, I hope.
Yeah, no, I really think that this is the next big franchise. Like, we saw Star Wars come back. We saw Harry Potter come back and, like, do, 8 movies of Harry Potter. It would not surprise me at all if Dune was, like, the next thing where we saw 7 movies over the next decade of Dune. Like,
cool.
It's that good where I could totally see them expanding on it and, following the books, following the storyline, and putting out a movie every couple of years for it.
That's cool. BC Sasquatch says, how long is it? You said 3 hours?
I think 2:45.
Yeah, it's a pretty long movie. That's cool. Yeah, I want to see that, and I want to see Ghostbusters, which I think is out middle of November.
What's that?
I want to see Ghostbusters still.
Yeah. Is that the 12th?
I think it's the 19th.
Oh,
but I might be
2
wrong.
weeks.
Yeah. So,
yeah. No, we'll do a spoiler cast on that, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I actually intended to watch this week. Like, I wanted to watch Beetlejuice and I wanted to watch Ghostbusters, but I didn't get around to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a few movies tomorrow. I think late night into Halloween, but there's just not enough time, man. Like we're old. We don't have the whole like, hey, let's do whatever we want time anymore. Like it's just, oh, fuck you.
Well, we kind of do because we both don't have kids, so it'd be different if you had kids. I mean, I guess you have that kid.
There's just never enough time. There's always more things I want to watch or want to do, and I always feel like there's not enough time.
I just use all my time for customizing, so I never have time because I'm always customizing.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like we're at a point in our lives where there's always something to do. There's always, a hobby to take or a game to play or a movie to watch or, a family to hang out with or whatever. Like there's never a downtime where we go, hey, let's fill this time with this. Like I ordered 3 books this week and I'm like, when am I going to finish these 3 books? It's going to take me forever to finish these 3 books. Like, I have video games stacked up yay high because I want to play all these games and I just don't have time to do it. And, there's football on, there's all these shows I want to watch. Like it never ends where there's always something that I want to fill my time with. And there's just not enough time in the day. And I don't have children. So like, I can't imagine people that are like, hey, got 3 kids, got a wife. I got to work full time. Here we go. Like, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine. The kids, I can't imagine. Yeah.
No. There's not enough time in the day.
BC Sasquatch Man says, I smoke weed and steal memes.
Yeah.
He does.
Lots of imagine having to do like 12 other things on top of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty sure he has 3 kids, 4 kids.
It's too many kids. That's a lot of responsibility. I can barely handle a dog. It's a lot.
That's funny.
And then you're out there searching Sasquatch. It's a lot of work.
He's always searching Sasquatch. He is.
Yeah.
Have you guys made a custom Rachel Summers? I would like to see her in a future Marvel X-Men wave. I made a Rachel Gray. That's like when she changed her name from her dad's name to her mom's. But it was like a modern look. So I haven't done a 90s one because I know they're going to make one. So I just don't want to waste my time. So
did you ever watch?
No, she's the only one missing from Excalibur now. If they don't make her, then it would be weird. So
did you ever watch the Legion show?
The what?
The Legion show?
No, I never got into any of the. I was always soured on the Fox X-Men stuff, so I never got into anything.
My friend Brett's watching Legion right now, and he says it's like fucking phenomenal.
Craig loved it. Craig Pennycook, my buddy Craig, he loved it. He's like, I loved it, man. He's like, oh, that was so good. He watched it right through.
So I think
he's like, you'd like it. Everyone always says I would like it, but yeah.
I think I might dive into that next week when I have some time. I'm taking vacation next week, but
is it on Star?
I think it's Star, but I'm not positive. He found it and he gave it to me, so I may just watch it, like binge 30 episodes in a week or something like that. But
nice.
Yeah, apparently it's really, really good. It's like every episode ends on like a cliffhanger where you want to watch the next episode. So it's dangerous.
Nice. That's great. Yeah, I'll if you watch it and say it's good, maybe I'll give it a run, but we'll see. I'll have to wait for your review.
I'll let you know, but man, I can't wait till the MCU brings in X-Men. Like every time I think about anything, I'm like, man, that'd be really cool. It'd be way cooler if there was X-Men involved. Like even when you unveiled your Sentinel, I was like, man, that Sentinel looks cool. be really cool in the MCU.
Yeah,
You know,
sure would. I got this to open later on. I'm going to open this tonight. It's only 9 months
nice.
delayed.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Look at all those hands. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Very nice.
Pumped, man. Looks good. Looks promising.
Yeah, Shannon will. Sorry, Hulu's not available in Canada, sadly.
Yeah, we get Hulu stuff on Star, I think, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Canada gets the shaft on pretty much everything, where every mainstream streaming service in the US is like 30% as cool in Canada or not available at all in Canada. So it's like, hey, you can watch this on Hulu in US, and we get, we can watch 3 of those on like fucking Pong.com in Canada.
And let's not even talk about cell phone bills.
What's that?
I said, let's not even talk about cell phone bills and the difference between Canadian prices and American prices.
We get shafted on literally everything, but especially streaming services like, what is it? The CBS All Access thing that became, I can't remember what, Paramount Plus, I think it's called.
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
It's so bad in Canada. Like, literally nothing is available on it in Canada. You're paying $9.99 a month to watch fucking, like, 2005 season of CSI. That's it. It's terrible.
Yeah, that sounds brutal. I what do I have? I have Netflix, I have Disney Plus, and I have Amazon. Oh, actually, I think Kate got Crave for the bedroom, but we can't get it to work out in the main room for some reason, so I don't know why. So anytime we want to watch Crave, we have to be in the bedroom to watch it on a small TV, which sucks. But
yeah,
I looked on there to see if
Suicide
Suicide Squad was on there, because I was like, oh, I think they get HBO stuff, but it wasn't on there.
I have Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus, and that's it. I gave up on everything else. It's too much.
I know, it's a lot. It adds up a lot.
Well, it's just to a point where, like, we basically got rid of cable packages for streaming services, and streaming services are now more than cable packages were. So it's like, what's the difference?
Did you see the price?
If everything was available on Netflix, I would just be like, sweet, I'll pay $40 a month for Netflix if everything was just on Netflix. Like, but no, instead it's like, hey, subscribe for $29.99 a month to 7 different services, and we'll give you a show per service. And it's like, nah, I'm good. I'll just miss out. I don't
like for you. So like, because you watch sports, so like, do you have to have a cable package because you watch sports?
No, I use the Zone.
What's the Zone?
DAZN. It's a streaming service in Canada that basically gives you all the football games.
Oh, nice.
Instead of like I don't know, whatever it's called in the US, where they give you all the NFL games. Yep. It's basically a package in Canada that gives you like soccer, football, and I think some like non-UFC like martial arts fights. For like 20, I think it's $19.99 a month, but it's worth it for me because I watch so much football that like I literally watch 2 or 3 football games a week. So it works out for me where it's cheaper to do that than get like a cable package. But it's not what you want. I don't have a cable package anymore because it's just not worth it. But it's because I can get things non-legally on other things, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. BC Sasquatch says
Well, you froze. You completely froze. If we lose this episode, I'm just never streaming again. Welcome back to the Chan Chan. I don't know what that means. But Matt's completely frozen. So, either Matt right now is talking to everybody and I can't hear him because he's frozen, or we're gonna lose this entire podcast. That Matt's gone. Matt's gone. Not good. Not what you want. Who knows? Maybe we won't even be able to post this podcast. I don't know.
We will not.
There's Matt.
Podcast.
He's back.
I went to go scroll up and it left the thing. I was like, no.
Yeah. It's not what you want.
I'm back now.
We're
good.
37 minutes into this bitch, and if I had to redo this whole thing, I'm just going to close the bitch down.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah. I don't see Matt. Nobody sees Matt. Matt was gone, baby. One of these nights, I don't know if you'd be into this, but we should do like a Jackbox Games community night where me and you jump on. I'll stream it. You hop in, and then we get like some community members to jump in and play with us.
Oh my god, that would be so fucking fun.
Yeah, and like obviously we don't want anybody to jump in and say anything awful or like you know terrible or whatever. But like anybody that's cool that wants to jump in that like you know Matt knows personally or people that he knows through other people that he trusts, jump in and just do like a community night where we just play like a couple of Jackbox games.
We've met a couple times,
yeah,
so
that'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be so fun. Fun. We should definitely do that. Like, would we need to have the game? We wouldn't, right? Because you're running it, right? So
I would stream it on Twitch, and then you just hop in through your cell phone. So you wouldn't need a PlayStation or anything like that. You could just hop in through your cell phone and sign in off my Twitch stream.
Sweet, man. That would be really fun. That would be so fun.
No, I mean, it would be a little delayed. That would be the issue is like the streaming problem with Twitch is like, there's like a, 20-second delay. So, every game would be kind of, jet lag like that. But even regardless, it doesn't matter. We'd have a little bit of fun with it. As long as everybody's cool in the chat and everything like that, then, I have no problem with that. I think it would be a lot of fun.
DC Sasquatch says he can't be trusted.
That's all right. That's what I mean, though. It's like I want people involved that can be trusted that won't say like, "Hey, I'm just gonna say terrible things and draw dicks the entire time," you know?
Right. That would be fun, though. That'd be so fun. I remember when we played that at your house that one time, and that was a fucking blast. Yeah,
I just think like if we can get like 6 to 10 people. I don't know what the like limit is on a lot of the Jackbox. I think it's 6 on most of the games, but it might be 8 on some. But there's also like a community fill-in where they let like 100 people vote on games and stuff like that to give like extra points and stuff like that. So we could have literally like 100, 150 people join in from the community that just votes on things.
We need to get 100 people to watch this first. Then we can.
No, I mean, obviously. I mean, we have 4 people watching now. I'm not saying that we're going to have 6,000 people watching our fucking stream, but I'm just saying that, like, if we hit the limit, there's people that can still join in and watch that would, enjoy the stream. So
that's cool, man. That'd be fun. That's a great idea.
My Google fucking video thing that, like, you have in every room in the house.
Yeah.
Just yelled at me for no reason.
What did it say?
It said, "I don't understand what you're saying. Please say that again."
It's like, you summoned me, master?
Yeah. Secretly, I think it's trying to kill me.
Robots.
But no, I just think I would love to do more community things. And if I'm doing like a weekly Lego stream, it would be really fun to do like, I don't know, whatever night of the week that you're free and I'm free. Like even if we do it once a month where we do like, hey, every second Thursday we're gonna do a community stream on Jackbox or something like that. Like I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be sick, man. That'd be so fun. It'd be cool to have it kind of a regular thing. There's a guy called Dan Who. He does like Marvel Legends reviews and stuff, and he does like rubber ducky races. It's like this game online, and like people all pick their ducks, and So it's like the same idea. It's like kind of like it's just like kind of a segment in the show, though. It's not like the whole episode, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's super fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Shanna Will says, "Do you guys ever sell your custom figs on eBay? I would totally purchase a Rachel Gray or an Emma Frost in white pantsuit from the Generation X comics. I don't. Ryan doesn't customize or even collect Marvel Legends, so." But I don't. I generally don't sell on eBay. I don't get my money's worth. Like, it's not worth it to me. So I do take commissions, but I'm just like lined up right now. Finnegan, are you being bad? Bad dog.
He's the worst.
He's pretty damn cute, though. It's hard to deny that.
He's cute as fuck, but like, man, he's been driving me nuts this week.
I'm gonna get one of these. Just kidding. I don't condone that.
I've also only slept, I think, 8 hours in 4 days. So
that's great. That's great.
It's a really good week.
Will you actually like try to get some sleep tonight or no?
No. What? Who didn't sleep? No, I'm gonna stream some games with my friends tomorrow night. That's the plan.
On Twitch?
For Halloween, my buddy's birthday is November 1st, and we were supposed to do a Halloween party tomorrow night, but he couldn't do it. So I think I'm going to try to stream some Jackbox tomorrow night with my friends and play that. And
so you're going to try it tomorrow night, so that'll be cool to get your kind of thoughts on, like, if you're doing it first, then we can.
Yeah, well, my plan always has been I would love to stream games once a week for the community and like kind of get involved in like Twitch and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's really hard to there's a lot of people on Twitch. That's a problem. B, there's a lot of people that stream on Twitch literally every day of the week, like 8 hours a day.
Yes, I know.
C, we don't have a huge following where I feel like, hey, if I jump on 8 hours a week, I'm going to have any following whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of like where, you know, where the balance is in like time, is it worth it type thing. But I think it'd be fun to do like, hey, Mondays I'm doing a Lego stream. Wednesdays I'm streaming on Twitch a video game for 2 hours a night or whatever, and then Friday we do the podcast type thing where you can regularly tune in and there's something going on for everybody. Mm-hmm. I think that would be great.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I've been trying to think about like ideas because I think I've mentioned it on here a few times. I know we've talked about it, but like I've been thinking about trying to do a channel and just doing like a bi-monthly like kind of live show, kind of with the chat and stuff like that. So I'm kind of piecing together ideas right now for that as well, to kind of just think of like what can I do? Like I want it to be like cool. I don't want it to be like just like what everybody else does, right? So I want to.
Well, that's the problem, right? Is like there's so many people doing so much content that like, how do you stand out? How do you do something original at this point where there's somebody doing something every day at every single possible time you can think of? Like, it's not like 10 people are doing, a podcast or a stream or whatever. Like, there's somebody doing a podcast at every second of every day.
Yeah.
So, to stand out and do something original is almost impossible at this point. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I always feel like if you can do something that's fun, that's personal, that, kind of stands out on its own in a way where like it's you're being honest to yourself, then people will connect with that. And Lego streams may not be the most original thing ever. I don't know how many people do Lego streams, but it's something that's going to help me personally. I have massive anxiety issues, and to kind of take my mind off my life and just sit there and do like a puzzle basically is going to help me. So
yeah,
if people connect with that, sweet. If people don't connect with that, that's okay too.
Yeah, man. I'll say that it's like it doesn't need to be original, right? That's the thing. Is like, Lego build is cool, and like it's super therapeutic to do something like that, and it's even cooler when you get to engage with people who find that kind of stuff interesting. So it's like, That's
Right.
even like customizing live, right? There's a lot of people who are like, why would like no one wants to watch you sand, and it's like, man, I
Yeah.
agree. I wouldn't want to watch someone sand either, but there are people out there who like do. As crazy as that sounds, it's like if they're willing to have
Well,
conversation and it's about the hobby and you can kind of pick up
yeah.
pointers and
That's what I think it is like there's a lot of people that kind of feel at times in their lives where they're like kind of alone and to have somebody where they can pop online and watch somebody do something that they're interested in and, chat and connect with somebody, even if they're not in their same country or city or anything like that. Like, I think it's important to just sit there and be able to like feel like, hey, this is something I like or I'm interested in and I'm going to learn more about it. And like, not everybody has the money to do what you do,
Yeah.
Not everybody can buy a bunch of custom figures. Not everybody can sit there and have the ability to paint things or artistically make things like you do because that takes skill and I don't have that skill. I can never do what you do, with your figures. Like I'll never have that skill no matter how much I tried. I have the art ability of a fucking 3-year-old. So I can watch what you do and respect it because I can go, holy shit, man, this guy has fucking massive amounts of skill and I'll never own that skill. Now with Lego, I can go, hey, I love this Lego. I've always wanted to buy Lego, but there's some people that maybe can go, I'll never be able to afford a $400 piece of Lego.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't afford it either, but it's just something that I'm like, hey, if I'm going to do something fun, I might as well spend a little bit of coin on something that like I'm personally going to enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's going to take my mind off of things in my life where I could do a puzzle on my own or read a book on my own or play a video game on my own. But if somebody else finds joy in that too, I hope you join me in enjoying that,
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I've always felt that the weird people in this world want to connect with other weird people in this world. And like, customizing figures may not be like a 7 billion person thing where everybody's like, holy shit, I really like this. But there's going to be 10,000 people that want to like go, holy shit, this is really cool. I really respect what this person's doing and jump in on it. And I think Lego's the same thing. I think video games are the same thing. I think, if I had a really nice voice, reading a book online would be a really, thing where it's like, yeah, like I like what this person's doing and the small communities that build throughout that, like, I think that's really cool. Everybody has their own little, like, grouping.
Yep. It's your people, as they say, right?
It's your people. Find your people. And I dig that. Like,
me too.
It's always something I've really, I don't know. I've enjoyed that. Even just going to like Fan Expo and stuff like that, where you see like this obscure Japanese anime that like, I don't know anything about it personally, but then I see like 16 kids that are all dressed up as this, like weird Japanese anime that are all like fucking stoked about it. And I'm like, right on. I don't know anything about that. I don't even know what you are, but you guys are stoked about it and it's making you happy. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's cool. I love that. The toy community is a lot like that. It's very that's they're very supportive of one another, right? It's it's like they're constantly pimping each other and trying to help each other out and trying to promote one another, and it's just like it's very good. It's very
I like that community aspect, and I think I think people have gotten further and further away from that the more like I don't know. I feel like despite, COVID and political stuff that's been going on in the last few years, we've gotten more and more disconnected from each other, even though I think we should have got more connected from each other because of this. Like, I think, the differences between COVID and political things that have gone on, we've all should have connected more as a community, but it feels like we've distanced more. But to find your people and to find things that you connect with another person, even if it's online or through chat or through, podcasts like this. I think that's cool. I think I don't know. There's something about that where you find your people where you go, I really dig this thing. You really dig this thing. Let's talk about it. And
everything else is irrelevant. It's just like,
it doesn't matter if you're from fucking, Africa and I'm from Canada and you really dig this and I really dig this. As long as we can communicate in the same language, we can connect on that aspect. And even if we can't communicate through language, like the fact that you want to tune in on something that like Lego, right? Like I could build a Lego and you don't have to speak the same language as me, but you could be into the MCU and watch me build a Marvel figure and go, that's really cool. Or they can tune in on you and watch you build, anything and go, hey, I'm not from Canada. I don't speak English, but I can watch this man make this thing. Yeah. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Shanna Will says, I would totally watch you make a custom figure. How long does it take to create a figure? So they take a while, probably 35 to 60 hours, probably something like that. It's a long time. This one that I'm working on, I was just doing before we came on. I just gave him a little wash. So he's so good. Yeah, man, he's looking great.
It's really glossy.
It's just because I just put a wash on it, which goes into it basically fills in all the gaps with darkness. So that way when I paint the next layer on, all the details really pop.
It's really good. It looks fucking legit, dude.
It won't be that glossy when it's finished. When I finish it, it'll be semi-gloss, kind of matte gloss, a little bit.
I like it a lot though.
Yeah, me too. I like it. I'm super happy I took the time. So that one took a lot longer because.
But that's what I mean is somebody watching you build that figure, it's that's 30, 40 hours of your life building that thing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work and it's a lot of talent that's involved in that, but not everybody has that talent, and that's really cool.
Totally. Yeah, totally. I do agree with that for sure. And it's funny because it's I was looking through some old files. I used to when I first started customizing for probably the first couple of years, I would document every single session. So on session 1, it was take apart the figure and sand the joints or whatever. And I would even write how much time. And I was actually counting how much time each figure took. And I was damn, man, I took some time on some of these old ones. The one I found that had the most was 78 hours or something like that. And I know that the only reason I stopped was because it was due. It was a secret Santa and it was I had to send it. So
sure.
I couldn't keep going, right?
But that's what I mean, right? Is you're not a big gamer, but when I play a new big RPG or something that comes out, and I'm I dumped 80 hours into this game. Most people are gonna look at that and go, "Wow, you wasted 80 hours of your life playing this game." But to me, it's if I got something enjoyable out of that, why is that a waste? You spent 80 hours doing, reading a book or watching a television show or jogging or exercise, whatever.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment in whatever way you find happiness in that. And you find happiness in sitting there and meticulously making a figure. And somebody else would look at that and go, well, that's a waste of time. What is he getting out of that? And it's well, no, it's an artistic endeavor. It's cool.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised I don't get more comments making fun of the fact that I have 2 cabinets full of toys. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's because it's a talent. You don't walk into a art gallery and go, well, that was a waste of time. Look at that piece of shit. You look at it and go, that might not be for me, and I don't personally connect with that piece of art. But I respect the fact that artist spent hours of his life designing that piece of art. That's
I don't think everybody thinks that way though, because I feel a lot of people don't realize the time that goes into art.
But I think the person that doesn't realize that doesn't go into the art gallery.
I mean, I think it's hard to gauge because what we're comparing an art gallery to my Instagram page is challenging because it's
But I think there's a lot of people that if they weren't interested in you customizing would go, I'm not going to follow this guy customizing. I will go follow the guy playing Pogs on Twitch. like if you're not into that realm of things, then I don't think you're going to follow that. And that's what I mean is like you're not going to go enter an art gallery and shit on every piece of art in the art gallery. You're going to go to the art gallery because you appreciate art. Like you're not going to go to a symphony and go, oh, I'm not into symphonies. Why the fuck am I here? Fuck these guys. Like you're going to go there because you appreciate music. And I don't know. I think that's cool. Like the person that's finding your stuff is into that stuff because they're into that stuff. And if they're not into that stuff, they're going to peace out immediately and go, this isn't for me. And that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I think I guess what I'm trying to say more is I had a lot of people who would message me. So when I did those Supergirl figures, I got a lot of new followers because obviously people were interested and wondered where they could get them and stuff, right? And I had to say to a lot of people I don't just pop these out of a machine. They're all individually sculpted. Every detail is sculpted by hand, layer by layer. Sure. You have to let it dry. And it's I think some people were oh, I was expecting this to be a $70 thing, right? It's not even fucking close. Not even close, right?
No, of course. But people don't realize the amount of time you've put into things.
That's what I mean. Is I feel it's not an ignorance. It's just they don't know it. So
sure,
they don't realize the work that goes into it. No one was a jerk about it or anything. No one was
no. But that's anything, right? If the apocalypse started tomorrow, and say the world ended, and we're all at square one tomorrow, I don't know how to make anything.
Me neither.
I couldn't make shoes. I couldn't make a shirt. I couldn't make the internet start tomorrow.
I could.
Where do you start if you don't know anything? And so people don't realize the actual intelligence and scientific ability or artistic ability or anything that involved in anything. Until you know what's involved in a product, you don't know anything. It's even my job, working midnights in a grocery store, people might go, yeah, fuck it, that's an easy job. And then once you're there and you actually have to do the job, you go, wow, that's a lot more physically demanding than I ever expected. That's a lot of work.
Grocery store work is one of those things that I always feel people write off as easy work. And I'm just right. I'm not saying that there aren't lazy people who work in grocery stores who do have an easy job. But man,
there's lazy people anywhere.
I know, but I mean, groceries, that's fucking a hard job. It's a hard job to do well.
But that's what I mean.
Job to be consistent. It's laborsome. It's
until you know the thing, you don't know the thing. And I've never worked in a factory, but I bet you there's a lot of stuff about a factory that's really, really hard. And I bet you there's a lot of things about a factory that I wouldn't understand until I work in a factory. And there's a lot of things about customizing that you don't know and don't have the ability for until you customize.
Yeah.
And so people saying that's an easy job. Why has he got 30,000 followers and I don't? Well, because you don't have that ability. That takes a lot of skill.
In fairness, I don't even know how that happened.
Because you're very, very pretty.
That could be it.
That's part
of it. People are here for my looks. It's mostly my looks.
So
I knew that. There's 25 people here for my customs, and the rest are here for this smile.
Yeah. Hey, if I took my shirt off and built Legos, I might get 1,000 followers too. But
sign me up. You should just put the Lego box down and then sit down with no shirt on, and then just put this giant bottle of lube on the table. You're shit's gonna get real here, folks.
All this dog's gonna be an asshole.
Come on, Finn. What are you doing?
I want to suicide watch due to the struggle. Jesus. Don't be on suicide watch. It's not worth it.
Customizing is very fun, but it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely something you have to fail at to get good at, really. I made a ton of shit before I started making stuff that I was actually proud of. Let's say that. So, takes time. Finnegan, are you just a bad fucking dog tonight. Look at him go on that thing.
Yep. He's an asshole. So yeah, next week I'm on vacation. You're gone to New York. No, the following week you're gone to New York.
The following week. So next week we're doing Eternals.
Next week we're doing Eternals. The following week I'm alone. Maybe I'll just stream games, or I don't know what I'm going to do for that episode. I have no idea.
More Legos. Maybe
I'll just do a full Lego build. I don't know.
You should do. You know what? Maybe we could save this because you should do a wish list, like a top 10 wish list of Lego things that you would want to buy. That would be fucking fun.
It would be cool. It'd be more cool if I didn't have to buy them at the end of the podcast. If people just gave them to me.
No, I meant not things you want. I mean things that you would want, like if they made them. So it's like a Dune spaceship or something. I don't know.
That'd be really cool. There's a lot of things that I wish Lego would do, but then I look online and I go, man, Lego's doing a lot of really cool things that 10 years ago you would have not seen in Lego.
I know. It's like the Office,
Seinfeld set, the Friends set, the new Home Alone house, like all these things. I'm like, there's no way Lego would have done this 10 years ago. When we were kids, we weren't getting any of this.
Yeah, I agree. Lego for us was like pirates and city and space and knights and stuff like that, medieval.
I want a light accurate Topanga from Boy Meets World.
That's awesome. Draco's Toy Chest says, I never questioned if I could be OCD until I tried customs, and things just could never be perfect. Yeah, but honestly, man, that doesn't ever go away. I don't know how long you've been customizing, but I'm telling you, I've been doing it for 7 years, and it never goes away. It's every time I look at something at the end, all I see are the flaws. I'm just like, that could have been better. That could have been better. That could have been better. I should have done this. Should have done this.
But that's art.
Yeah, totally.
When is a piece of art done?
Great point.
That's a really good line from the Metallica fucking documentary that they did for some kind of monster. When they were recording that documentary, they had this big interview with I can't remember who it is, but one of them collect art. And during that interview, they're like, I love collecting art. I bought all this art. I'm a millionaire. I can afford the most famous art ever, blah, 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 blah. And they start selling off some of their art. And they go, I really love this piece because, he put a blob of white here. And why did he put the blob of white there? And why did he decide that was enough white to put there? And when is this piece of art done? Why didn't he put more white over here? And he finished with the white here, and that was it. And that's what I mean is like, when is a piece of art done? When is a piece of music finished?
Yeah.
It's finished when you put it out to the public.
Yeah, but even then it still continues to change because it's like when they start playing it live, most bands don't play it note to note, right? They usually do little variations on it or things that after they've played it and listened to it and had time with it, they're like, nah, it'd probably be better if we did this.
And that's what I mean is like, Minus the Bear, which is probably my favorite band, just put out their final live album, which is called Farewell, on Friday, yesterday, today, whatever you want to call it. They broke up I don't know, a year and a half ago or whatever, but they recorded their final live performance onto an album. It's like 2 hours long of basically every major song they've ever put out. And listening to that, I started crying at work when it finished because I love that band more than almost anything. It's a very, very important piece of thing to me. Yeah. But there's a lot of songs where they do little variations on the solos or little variations on, whatever. And I go, when do you decide that that's the way to do it? When do you decide that song's finished? This is their last piece of music they're putting out. When did you decide that this was the last piece of music you were putting out? Is there more music that you recorded that you didn't put out? There's so many little things that you can question on everything. And it's very, very interesting to me. when is a piece of art done? When is a song done? Because it's recorded and put on an album, is it done? Or do you change that 6,000 more times when you play it live? And every time you play it live, you change little pieces of it, or you make the solo longer or shorter, or play it differently, or, you know, whatever. Like, there's so many variations on that. So there's no piece of art that's done, because I'm sure there's always things that you could improve and change and variate on any figure. You could look at the painting job of Spider-Man and go, oh, I could have done that face better, or I could have done that armor better, or whatever. And you could do that for the rest of your life and never put out another piece of custom again.
I feel like it's probably really dependent on the artist, because I know for me, like, usually when I'm done something, I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to go back, because most of the time, by the time I get to the end of a project, I'm ready to go to the next one. Very seldom.
Yeah, but is that because of fatigue, or is that because of perfection, of like, you feel that's the best you can do on that piece?
Never perfection. I like to weigh my odds. So, like, usually when I look at a figure at the end, I look at it overall and I'm like, functionally, does it work how it's supposed to without like being damaged? By that I mean, can I move its arms? Can I move its legs without the paint falling off? As long as I can do that, I'm usually okay to send it out, unless I look at it and there's something really, really wrong. But like, I can usually look past the small comings enough to just be like, this is off my list. But it's not because of perfection. It's because I'm like, I either restart or I just accept the fact that it's not perfect. And like, when I look at my track record, I'm like, I don't think there's any figure that I've ever finished where I was like, there's nothing about this I dislike. I don't think. Like, it doesn't come to mind if there is one. Even
that, like, that's something small and minute. When you think of like, hey, I'm putting out this $200 million movie, you know, that's 3 hours long. When are you satisfied with that movie? When do you feel like that's the best movie you could put out? Like, there's extremities to everything you do, and a piece of figure that's, you know, 4 inches tall is one thing that you're doing on your own. That's, you know, your time and the value you put on that. But then there's also like, you know, somebody gave me $200 million to make this movie. Is this the best movie I could have made, or can I use another $30 million to make this even better? Right. And when you finish that, when you put it out, when you put a timeline on it, you know, and that's what I always think about video games too, is like, these companies come out and go, hey, our next big game's coming out November 11th. And they put that time date on it, and you go, oh, I can't wait for that game. And then they go, hey, we had to delay this to March 13th because, you know, it's not where we wanted it. And I go, well, when is it ever going to be where you want it? Like, is it functional? Does it break when you play it? If it doesn't, maybe you should put it out now. Or maybe if it's not functional, maybe you need to delay it further. Maybe March isn't even good enough, and maybe you need to delay it to November. Like, art is such a weird thing where it's so personal, and the more and more people you get involved in it, the more and more complicated it becomes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's like being in a band. It's like the more people that you're in a band with, the harder it is to write music and agree on shit. And like, it's a lot.
I can't imagine like that cooperative nature of a band or artistic project in any form. Like, it's just wild to think that 4 different perspectives and 4 different thoughts and 4 different plans have to come together to make one thing. And I don't know. I've always found that's why I love art so much, is because I have zero artistic ability, and to see 4 people's or 5 people or 6 people or 1,000 people come together in a way that like really meets one mission is like, it's fascinating.
Crazy. Yeah, I agree. It's always cool to see the joint effect of like what that, like how it ends up looking because of it too, right? So many different hands on it, and just
it's great.
It is great. Art.
Shrug.
Art. It's like the art bark.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. Is that the episode? Where do we end this?
That might be the episode. I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk Eternals with you next week. I hope that we both like it.
I hope we both like it as well. But I also hope that we have something to talk about that's like, you know, we can not spoil it for 20 minutes and then spoil it for 45 minutes.
I think it's gonna be like overfilled. Like I don't think it's gonna suffer from not enough. I think it's gonna be too much. I think that's where it's probably losing people is they're probably relying too heavily on too much of the backstory that maybe people aren't able to tie together maybe. But
from everything I've read,
a lot of backfilling. What's that?
Everything I've read from reviews and everything is that they try to cram too much into it.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. We'll see.
So everybody come back next week and be ready for the
Eternals for you.
Spoiler cast / review discussion / non-spoiler cast for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we'll start with
whatever we want to call. But yeah, if you don't follow us, please follow us because it helps build the podcast out to everybody and gets us new followers and everything like that. So you can follow Matt at Customs by Matthew. You can follow me at Moose Milk Media. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, podcast services, wherever you are. We appreciate anybody that comments or follows or messages us or tweets us or whatever. It's great to see a lot of comments. Every episode comes out Fridays, so we do the podcast live on a Friday night, and it is on podcast services by early Saturday morning. So as soon as this posts live on Instagram, I copy it, paste it on YouTube, and then I take the audio and put it on podcast services. So by about 5-6 a.m., it's up on podcast services Saturday morning.
You know it.
But yeah, we appreciate anybody that follows us or messages us or tweets us. It's always nice to interact with chat or comments or anything like that. So thank you for following. Stay tuned for possible Lego live coming in the near future. And whatever Matt is up to, he will be posting on his channel.
Always. Yeah.
So thank you all for following us. Thank you for caring to tune in, and we will see you next week for the Eternals spoiler cast.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, ciao for now.